Good afternoon, I'm Cameron Moore, Executive Officer here with the Wilmington-Cape Home Builders Association, and joining me again today is Tyler Newman, CEO of Bays. Tyler, thank you as always for joining us. Today we're kind of diving into our August governmental affairs report and got quite a few issues to talk about. We've moved out of we're getting ready to get into the fall type of year, so with fall comes elections, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. But also we've got two other items. We've been playing, essentially, if the folks that have kids, the game whack-a-mole with these impact fee issues. We're going to talk a little bit about that, as well as getting back to some of the flood map issues as well. So Tyler, just jump in real quick and kind of go through everything with our numbers.
So Brunswick County and New Hanover County approved their new flood maps and the ordinances that went along with them in July. Over the past 4 years, they've had the maps out. People have looked at the maps to determine whether their property was in an A zone or a V zone, or how their insurance was going to be impacted. There was a nuance at the end of the process with this new, it's called a LIMWA line, and it cuts across this A zone. And so some houses in the A zone will be in the A zone, but some will be in the A zone, like these over here, in the A zone, but having to build to V zone standards. So that's a nuance to the maps. We've got a link that we can provide you that shows you how to go through and find out whether your property or a property that you have listed is going to be impacted. And I would encourage you to do that pretty quickly.
And Tyler, this issue really came because of some building code changes, and we are working diligently to kind of go back and take another look at this, so to speak, another bite of the apple, see if we can put some fixes in place. It was something that unfortunately kind of slid through on us at the state level, and down here at the local level, we're dealing with it now. So we certainly appreciate getting the word out to our members, because we're finding where more and more members are like, oh no, I'm stuck in this line now.
That's right, yeah, so it's really just that you're going to have to look at it on a parcel by parcel basis. Go in, look at the map, and see where you fall out. The next issue are impact fees. There was a bill that passed the legislature a couple of years ago that required local governments to look at their system development charges, their water and sewer fees, to figure out, do a study, what do you have in your capital improvements program, how are you paying for that. There were some places in the state that had astronomical impact fees. And the State Home Builders Association tried to step in and mitigate that. So studies were done over the summer as part of a bunch of local governments' budget process. They went in and looked at fees, they looked at a study, and then with the new budget year, which started on July 1, we've seen some new impact fees roll out. Some places, Brunswick County, Cape Fear Public Utility Authority, have little to no change in their impact fees. But we've got some extreme outliers. Southport was going to be up to $18,000. I think their commissioners backed down from that. I think the one that we're having the most trouble with right now is Holden Beach. They've got a fee. And then any bedroom over 3, I think you get another $6,800 per bedroom. So you've got some astronomical numbers in Holden Beach that we're working on. Like I said, these are effective July the 1st, and it's something to keep an eye on really wherever you're building.
Sure. Okay.
And then last but not least, we've got elections coming up in November. It's a blue moon election. It's a congressional seat. Congressman Rouser's seat will be at the top of your ballot here in southeastern North Carolina. You've got legislative seats, and then we've got, really, I think the key for us are all these county commissioner seats, 2 in New Hanover, 3 in Pender, 2 in Brunswick, and then Onslow is adding 2 onto their board of commissioners. All of those will be critical to your industry and to the business community at large. And then there'll be some constitutional amendments. These are some polling numbers about those constitutional amendments. The intent of the General Assembly was to have these things on the ballot. Photo ID, right to hunt and fish, those kinds of things on the ballot to turn people out in November. So we'll see how all of those things kind of play together.
All right. And on the election front, I think obviously we've had some conversations here on the local level. We know that Senator Lee is certainly going to have a very energized election, and we also know the county commissioner's side here in New Hanover County energized election. So we will certainly play a part in that. We appreciate what you're doing out there. As always, you can tune in to any of our governmental affairs updates online on our channel, and as well check out everything that Tyler is working on our behalf in our toolbox coming up in August. With that, Tyler, as always, thank you, and we appreciate it.
Certainly. Thanks.